All right, this one is for all of you, the agricultural educators across New Mexico, the ones out there building our next generation of leaders. We know your job is so much more than a job, it's a calling. And man, does it demand some serious mental toughness. So today, we're going to dig into an ancient operating system for your mind, one that can help you build exactly that. So let me just ask you this. How are you supposed to thrive when your classroom doesn't even have a roof? You know what I'm talking about. When that perfect lesson plan gets completely blown up by a sudden hailstorm or a sick calf or, yeah, another one of those bureaucratic mandates from Santa Fe that just dropped into your inbox. That kind of daily chaos, it's where your best stories come from, right? But let's be honest, it can also lead to this kind of quiet defeat, a slow, grinding burnout that just saps the passion you started with. But what if? What if you had a tool, a mindset, that could actually turn all that chaos into a source of unshakable strength? Well, the answer starts right here with this incredible quote from the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. And think about who's saying this, a guy dealing with wars, plagues, and constant betrayal. This isn't some fluffy, feel-good sentiment. It is the absolute core of Stoicism, a philosophy that's way less about sitting quietly and thinking and a lot more about being a warrior in the face of life's challenges. It's a practical toolkit for your mind. So where do we start? It all begins with Principle 1. Master your inner world. This is the bedrock. It's all about drawing a really clear line in the sand between what you can actually influence and what you have zero control over. Just let that one sink in for a second. Epictetus, a man who was literally born a slave, is telling us that when you let a frustrating email from an administrator ruin your whole day, or you let a student's apathy just get under your skin, you're basically handing them the keys to your own peace of mind. You're giving away your power. And that really presents a clear choice, doesn't it? Are you the reactive teacher where your mood is basically a puppet to the weather report? Or are you the stoic teacher? Now, they still feel the frustration. Of course they do. They're human. But they see it, they observe it, and then they choose how to respond. They aren't a slave to their feelings. They're the master of their response. Okay, so how do you actually do this when things are hitting the fan? Use this simple mental checklist. We'll call it the control test. The next time the irrigation pump breaks, 10 minutes before a lesson, just run the test. Step 1, identify the stressor, broken pump. Step 2, is this in my power? Well, fixing it is, so you act. But is the fact that it broke in the first place in your power? Nope. So you let that frustration go. It's just wasted energy. Now, this idea of control leads us straight into our second principle. And this is where things get really, really powerful. Harness every obstacle. See, Stoicism doesn't just ask you to put up with hard times, it asks you to use them, to see every single challenge as a training opportunity. This is probably one of my favorite quotes of all time. What stands in the way becomes the way. It's a huge mindset shift. That obstacle isn't actually stopping you, it's showing you a new path. It's forcing you to get smarter, more creative, more resilient. The problem itself contains the lesson you need to learn. Just think about this in your world. That crop that failed, that's not just a failure. It's suddenly the most unforgettable lesson on soil science you will ever teach. Losing that state FFA competition, that's a masterclass on how to bounce back with dignity. And that busted tractor, it's not a roadblock anymore. It's today's pop-up lesson in diesel mechanics. You literally turn the obstacle into the day's curriculum. You know, one of the tough truths the Stoics just stared right in the face is that life isn't fair. It's just not. And expecting it to be as a guaranteed recipe for disappointment. The goal isn't to demand fairness from the world, it's to build the inner strength to handle reality exactly as it is. And that brings us to our final principle. This is the one that's a powerful, powerful antidote to burnout. Love the process, not the prizes. This is all about changing your definition of a win away from some external thing and toward your own character and your own effort. Think about it. When your whole sense of success is tied to whether your kids win that blue ribbon or if they ace every single test, you're basically signing up for an emotional roller coaster you can't control because those outcomes, they aren't fully in your hands. Real freedom, real peace of mind comes from focusing on what is in your control. The quality of your teaching, the integrity of your mentorship, the effort you bring every single day. To keep this focus, the Stoics used a pretty intense tool, memento mori. It means, remember you will die. Now, that sounds super morbid, I know, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be a shock of pure clarity.
Knowing your time is limited, are you really going to waste today being angry about stuff you can't control? Or are you going to focus on what actually matters, making a real difference for your students? Because at the end of the day, the real prize isn't the trophy in the case. The real win is showing up with purpose, teaching with passion, and mentoring with character. That is a victory you can claim every single day, no matter what the judges say. Your true worth is in the work, not the win.
Okay, so let's wrap this all up. Your Stoic Toolkit starts right now. This isn't about changing the world around you, because you can't. It's about reforging the world inside you. Your greatest strength is, and always will be, forged in the fire of how you choose to respond. And this really is the core of the whole philosophy. Just look at where your power is. It's not in controlling the weather or the administration or the outcome of the state fair. No, it is 100% located in your response. That little space between what happens and what you do next, that is your kingdom. Rule it well. So, I want to leave you with this one final thought. When you walk into your classroom, your shop, or out in the field tomorrow, what's the one challenge, big or small, that you're going to choose to face not with frustration, but with this newfound stoic strength? Think about it. Thanks for tuning in.